Greetings, fellow citizens of Disneyland. Ricky here from the edge of the Heroes Parade Route in downtown Disneyland. In the town square, you can see Main Street train station right across from me. I am surrounded by a ton of Los Angeles Rams fans celebrating their Valentine's Day with the team that they love the most, who last night brought the Super Bowl Vince Lombardi trophy back to LA. After 4 decades of no Super Bowl wins in Los Angeles and a brief vacation off to St. Louis, the Rams are back home, and so is the Super Bowl victory. It's set out front at 1:15 p.m. There will
Your attention, please.
Here we go.
We invite you to join us in just 15 minutes when we celebrate Super Bowl 56 champions of Los Angeles. See you there.
There you go. So just a little teaser of the excitement that we're going to have here today. There you go. Just a taste of the excitement that is here today. Hey Gina, how you doing? I'm going to do my best to read the chat, but it is going to be loud here, and it is very, very bright and sunny, making it hard to read the front of the phone. And I also cannot guarantee how good the stream will be as far as quality goes, because as you can see around me, there are a lot of other people all using their mobile phones, so therefore the network is going to be stretched pretty thin. But hopefully, if you're stuck at work or stuck at home and you're a football fan, a Rams fan, a Disneyland fan, you'll be able to have a good time catching a little contact buzz from all of those excited fans from what turned out to be a really fun and exciting Super Bowl. I don't think I breathed the second quarter or the second half at all. Third and fourth quarter, I was so locked up because that 4 points, that difference that the Bengals had over the Rams felt like 40 points. But in the very end, with that drive with Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford able to make his way down the field short of his two favorite targets. Tyler Higbee would go out a couple of games before, or weeks before, I should say, and then losing Odell last night to that knee injury, non-contact injury. It was like you knew all the coverage was on Cooper Kupp, and somehow Matt Stafford, in his first year out in LA, after 12 years of being drafted into the NFL by the Detroit Lions, being very dedicated to a very struggling team with a 45% win victory ratio, was able to come out to LA and in 1 year on that drive make it down to get a touchdown when the odds were against them. And the man of the hour for me, who I thought got robbed from the VIP, no disrespect to Cooper Kupp, he had an amazing career, but I look at this as Aaron Donald's victory. Aaron Donald is so good at what he does, and I always wanted to see him win a Super Bowl. And last night, we've seen a lot of stuff happen this Super Bowl season. Sorry, that's a tongue twister. A lot of games were down in the last 13 seconds. Big plays happened. So last night, with a minute left, knowing what the Bills endured with Kansas City, all of these last-minute field goals that would predict what teams would win or go into playoff overtime, where it's a coin flip, going to win or not. Last night, seeing Aaron Donald single-handedly say, no, my dream is a minute away from my reach. I'm going to do everything I can to stop this. It's rare you get to see a single defensive player who's known for doing something, do it in the moment and actually bring it home the Super Bowl. So I am pumped. And for once in my life, I'm not fully decked out in black. Got the Rams hat on. Got the Mickey Ram shirt. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part to support the home team. Tim Reed, thank you so much for the super chat. And that is just a coincidence that when I looked, there was a super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. Having a hard time actually reading the messages because, as you can see, I've got the sun straight in my face. But this was the best spot I could get, and it is busy here today on Valentine's Day. Let me see if I can read some more of these. Seeing some Let's Go Rams. Seeing people complain about the audio. Not much I can do. There we go, friends. We are packed in here. I was originally told that it was going to be at 1:30. Now I hear that it's going to be at 30 after. Or no, I originally heard that it was going to be at 1:30, and now I hear that it's quarter after. That was the sign I saw out front. What's in here? Oh, I felt horrible for the Bengals. Thank you so much, producer of what. I appreciate that. So thanks for being here. Actually, the super chats are easier to read because they have a color background on them, which makes me feel horrible because I want to be able to talk to everybody. Yeah, because it's a little tight over there, so just enjoy that. We'll find you stuff. We have enough to do that. Yeah. Okay. So you can see we've got a lot of citizens of Disneyland poured in Town Square waiting for this. I believe over on Main Street, a lot of the area is roped off for VIPs and all that stuff. Cup got the MVP. I would have liked to have seen it gone to Donald, but both of them were tremendous players. I mean, what Cooper Kupp did this year, just phenomenal. Always being in the right place at the right time. Just the guy's ability to not only catch the ball, but to tackle and to get yards after reception. The guy is just phenomenal. And to see Matt Stafford, like literally just turn his entire career around by having the right players and the right team around him. And just what a good guy he seems to be. Never met him, but he seems to be of a really reputable moral standard, and the way that he stood next to his wife during her brain tumor and all of that happened over the last 3 years. Just really happy for this guy. Sean McVay, youngest coach to ever win a Super Bowl in NFL history. You got to love that for him. I mean, to do this at 37 years old, phenomenal. I assure you guys, when I get home, I will put this live stream back on, and I will reread all the chats. I see them coming in, but I'm just having two one at a time with the direct sun on the screen. But it looks like a lot of you are thank you for the stream, and I appreciate that. I thought that this would be a fun use of a Monday, and I'm pulling back on live streams a little bit, just trying to do them when it makes sense. I don't abuse this relationship that I have with you guys, so I want it to be the thing. When Ricky goes live, you know that there's something fun going on. And speaking of, I will be out at Walt Disney World starting Friday, March 4th. So there will be some daily live streams from Walt Disney World to bring everybody into the fun out there and to meet some new citizens of Disney, not Disneyland, but citizens of Disney. So some more live streaming's coming. That's why I didn't want to use it too much. Yeah, we are just here packed in. For those of you that aren't in Southern California, it's like 80 degrees, and the sun is beaming down, so it's a hot one. But I wanted to get you guys the best shot, because it's Disneyland when you see that train station. Oh, I see another super chat that came through. Jason C, thank you so much. I appreciate it, bud, for the 1313. Thanks to all my friends over in Club 1313 hanging out with me today. Appreciate y'all. I want to thank the Sheriff Jeff Pike for running the stream for me today. The main man. I pray of YouTube. If there's any way ever to just make the copy bigger on the chat, it would be so helpful because it is literally the smallest text you can imagine. So if you're not in optimal sunlight, it is like so hard to read. All I want to do right now is hang out and read what you guys are writing. Carrie, what's up, my friend? Good to see you showed up. You're never too late to join the good time. I liked the halftime show last night, but I thought that the one thing that made the halftime show suffer a little bit is that it was during daytime hours. So in the very first shot, you kind of got to see the entire scope of the stage. I prefer my halftime shows like my Disney shows, where every song, a new part of the puzzle is revealed to you. You know, Fantasmic is the perfect show, where at Fantasmic, eventually you see that there's things going on the river, things happening on the island, they set the river on fire, the projections, world of color, you don't know that the lagoon can set on fire until you get to the famous pirate scene. So last night, my only complaint about that halftime was that it was just a little bit too bright. And imagine if that was in a dark stadium where they could have used, projections and the lighting to like just start out with, just Dre, and then just Snoop, and then to reveal Mary and Eminem, and then to have the surprise of 50 showing up. I feel like that was the one thing that kind of made it not over the top. If you think about last year's with The Weeknd, it was fun because there was so much pageantry on him kind of cruising all around the stadium, and you never knew what was going to happen next. This one just kind of lacked a little bit of that spirit of adventure, which I think is good storytelling. Daphne, thank you so much. I'm telling you, my timing is impeccable. Every time I pull out, I pull out. Every time I pull the camera out, I see one of you guys. Super cute. I appreciate it, my friend. There's the cast member that was getting everybody fired up earlier.
One more, and then I'm going to enjoy this like you guys.
That's why Disney cast members are awesome. All right, friends, we are 1 minute away from the scheduled starting of the cavalcade. Obviously, I can't participate in this because I can't read the chat because the phone has gone black due to the overheating. But I would encourage you, what characters? Like, we know that we're going to see Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald. We know the Rams, those three top billing Rams that we're going to see in the cavalcade. But what characters do you think we'll see? And this is one of those weird days where you have to say Aaron Donald's full name. You can say Kupp, you can say Stafford, but you have to say Aaron Donald because there's another Donald that's famous here. This might be the only time in Aaron Donald's life where he's the second most famous Donald in the game. So what characters do you guys think are going to be here? And I'll look at it when I get home because I can't read anything right now. Got people jockeying around to get the perfect spot. But we're pretty packed in here. I was able to get a curb spot. So nobody would stand up in front of me, and I wouldn't stand here for forever just to get blocked by somebody on somebody's shoulders. It's happened to me before, but I would have loved to have been up there. Right? That's where I shot the sneak preview of Magic Happens back at the beginning of 2020. Oh, did we know how much magic is getting ready to not happen? But that is such a great bird's eye view for a parade. But as you can see, the top of the Disneyland Railroad Main Street train station is completely blocked off today. Not allowed up there. And I didn't know this, but that train station is not ADA compliant. But a friend of mine who is in a wheelchair, he showed me that we could ride the Disneyland Railroad by getting on at Tomorrowland. And so I was fortunate enough to ride with two of my friends in the very back cart, which was a whole new experience, something I'd never did before. And so I got to ride with my friends Ben and Carly in the very, very back of the Disneyland Railroad, which was great because for the first time ever I could look out the back of the train and not see anybody's heads or bars. It literally just had a window to the view of the back of the tracks. So I want to thank Ben and Carly for helping me do that. And I believe their YouTube channel is Adventures University. So if you know somebody that comes to the park in a chair, they're your buds because they come here and they explore it all for you and they give you the best tips on how to navigate the park if you're someone that needs to take advantage of the ADA compliance, the different ramps, the different ways you get on rides and stuff. Clearly an entirely different way to navigate Disneyland. And I know that there's some people that need that information. So if you know somebody or if that's you, they're your homies. They're the ones that are going to get you through it. Just looked at the screen and there was another super chat. Thank you so much, Daphne. I appreciate it. I have no idea what you said. I could just see the avatar and the name in the super chat. And I appreciate all of your own support. It really means so much to me that I can come to Disneyland, go live, and bring all my friends with me. I can see Anna's over there. What's up, my banana? How you doing, bud? I have no idea how this sounds. I have no idea how strong the internet connection is. I'm just going to pretend that it's perfect. Because I can't get any stats on that. Here, I'm going to give you guys the view that I can't get. Bird's eye view, or as much of a bird's eye view I can get with a 6 foot with a gimbal. 5'11" who's counting? There's a football shirt. Oh, it's a baseball shirt. Sir, this is not Dodgers Day. So important for the Rams to win the Super Bowl too, because you got a team that's relocated back to Los Angeles. The Chargers came right at the same time. When I moved out here, I told my family back home, my wife is from Buffalo, New York. I was a Buffalo Bills season ticket holder for 6 years. And I told my father-in-law, who's a diehard Bills fan, I told him, I said, look, the Bills organization has given me some of the best years of my life. When I moved to LA, the very first team that comes to LA would become my new home team. And it was between the Rams, and it looked like the Raiders. And to be honest, I was kind of rooting for the Raiders because the silver and black is just my vibe. But the Rams came out here, and first seasons were a little weird, but you can see a potential. Looked like Jared Goff might be the quarterback, but when they got to that New England Super Bowl, there just was no performance whatsoever from the Rams. They gave him one more year to try it out, but it just didn't seem to come together as he kept just finding all kinds of good names that needed a home to line up the great defense. And then this year they made the big jump to get Matt Stafford, which I initially wasn't that happy about, just going by his performance in Detroit, but it all kind of came together in the end. And I think there's a lot that you can learn from Matt Stafford's story of sometimes you got to get on a new team, you got to relocate to a new place to create new opportunities. And I think even though many of us will never win the Super Bowl, a lot of people like myself will have the opportunity at some point to move to another city. And I'm coming up on my anniversary of moving to California, and falling in love with this park, meeting all these people, changed my life so much. So yeah, I wasn't born and raised here. I'm new to Disneyland, which gives me the ability to kind of see it differently than a lot of people because I got to learn the park as a trained designer and a professional illustrator, and I was privileged enough to work at the Wonderground Gallery and really kind of love the park, fall in love with the park from the sort of intellectual design way of how it's built. And I try to pour that over in all the content that I make. And I'm just finding anything I can to talk to you, to keep you entertained while we wait for the Rams to come down. And when this video is posted, I will write in the comments, parade starts at 17:23, or whatever magical number that is. The beautiful berm of Disneyland, one of the smartest things that they did at the berm of Disneyland and building the Main Street train station up there. It's a California Adventure, doesn't even exist, nor to the parking lot. Any reminder of the outside world is just wiped away when you go inside the berm of Disneyland. Like literally one of the smartest things that they ever did when they built this park. And then speaking of building the park, over here at the Opera House, this is your first building ever inside Disneyland. This wasn't always the Opera House though. This was a warehouse, the old mill, where they built the facades of all the buildings that you see going up and down Main Street. So there was crews that were working at Walt Disney Studios up in Burbank, and then what they weren't fabricating up there, they were building over in the old mill here. They would take the facades and all the woodwork, put it on the back of the flatbed truck, drive it down Main Street, pin it up on whatever shop they were working on that day. So it's just fun to be here and just look around at the history of Disneyland and know that today is just another story, another day written in the rich history of Disneyland. Like the fact that right over there, the Disneyland Art Gallery was the original Bank of America location. That's right, there used to be a bank in here because there weren't ATM machines. People had to write checks. We weren't in the world of Venmo and Bitcoin and digital currency. So you could go over to Disneyland, which was Bank of America, and you can still see the vault that's in there. And then if you look up in the top windows, the construction company that built Disneyland, they have the first dedicated window there because they were the first ones here. Therefore, they get the first window when we walk in the tunnel on the right. All right, I hear some noise behind me. There we go. That sounds like something might be. I see a thank you super chat. I can't read the name. Thank you so much, whoever sent that. I appreciate it. My phone is just blacked out. So hopefully having us on this straightaway here will give us the ability. This is typically where parade floats stop and kind of park for a little bit. So hopefully being on this straightaway will get a little bit more time to show you guys the realms and the cavalcade of Disney characters. Sorry about that, that might have been an aggressive pull down. I did spot that there's a crane right over by the magic shop. Oh, the confetti has started. Confetti has started over on Main Street. That's a good sign. The good times are headed our way. And as always, once the parade gets here, I will stop talking. I just like to be your friend that keeps you informed, tells you what's going on, give you a little history, talk a little design, and then when the show starts up, I know when it's my turn to be quiet. All right, it is 26 after, so if it kicked off at 1:15, that means that we should just be minutes away. And I'm going to assume that they probably started the cavalcade over at the corner of Carnation Plaza. There's a little area where they can pop out backstage. So I'm going to assume the cavalcade started in that direction and went down. I don't think that they're doing the small world all the way through the heart of Disneyland. I think they're only doing Main Street USA. So this place is going to go nuts, guys. It's going to go nuts when the heroes come around. We've been told that we're going to get to see quarterback Matt Stafford, wide receiver MVP Cooper Kupp, and defensive player, one of the best of all time, future Hall of Famer, one of my favorite players ever, number 99, Aaron Donald, who I respect because he is tough as nails and had tears in his eyes last night, crying, talking about that he had dreamed. Get me, that he had dreamt this. And to love Disneyland, you gotta love being a dreamer. And it hit me. It hit me seeing that tough man with tears in his eyes, talking about that this was something he dreamt for himself. And single-handedly, he made it happen. Right, we are hopefully getting close. Hopefully we're getting close. It looks like they might have stopped to do a little bit of a ceremony over on Main Street behind us, but I was given a heads up that Main Street would not be a good place to go because it would be roped off for VIPs. So I felt like this would be the best place to be for a guy doing the call. I can see the yellow and blue balloons coming down Main Street. So we should be close. I can hear the crowd. I can see confetti over on top. There you go. There's a parade that's happening behind us, and hopefully it will work its way over.
And now,
Here we go.
please give a warm Disneyland welcome to this year's Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Introducing Super Bowl 56 MVP Cooper Kupp, defensive tackle Aaron Donald.
Yeah! I'll take it over on the other side. That was great.
Thank you. And once again, congratulations to the Super Bowl 56 champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Thank you for
Oh, that's something we don't see every day. That's something you don't see every day. Wow. And speaking of things you don't see every day, yes, I will. Have the Jungle Cruise over to my left. If you've ever been lucky enough to go to Disneyland, signs here. Missed one coming in. Yeah, nice old Oreo. I love it. Oh, that was short. It's probably still in shock. Just that there are Jungle Cruise boats just sitting. They have this great docks. The magic of Disneyland. Like, how far away does the Jungle Cruise feel to you when you're in it? And then it just right here. I mean, the Jungle Cruise River literally touches Main Street, USA. That is phenomenal. God, I love that so much. Uh-oh, I just saw the sheriff text me. Something bad's happening. All right, there we go. Boom. Main Street is a lot shorter when you walk it that way. All right, just were able to roll out. You can see that it is busy here. There are lots of folks here. Oh, I see an update. I see a little new Disneyland from last week's update that I dropped every Friday. Let's go check out these new scrims. Look at these new scrims. Yeah, look at that. If you watch my update video on Friday, I talked about those shields, Fantasyland shields that they put over on this construction project. There's a wagon of production gear, I see a tripod, I see some coaxial cables, I see a camera that looks beat up. I love that this dude's camera's just thrown in a wagon. Respect. I kind of love people that don't treat their equipment well. Like, I just love when people treat camera like they're a punk guitarist and they just throw it.
That way we can get the genie plug.
Oh, it is crowded here. There's where I left it. There it is. Ah, friend. Give me just 1 second, friends. Friends of my life. Jeff, should I call the stream? Let me know if it's too bad and I should just bail. I should kill it, Jeff? That's your vote, yes to kill it? All right, friends. Wow. I was literally standing in front of a bench, like I had my knee on the bench, sit right in front of me, like I was doing the lap dance. Me and Jeff have a problem where I say, hey, should I kill it? And he says, yes. But I don't know if he's saying, yes, it's good, or yes, it's not. He's too short. He's too busy sheriffing. All right, finally in a spot where I can read. Oh, yes. All right, now me and Mickey can read the screen. Let it roll on. All right, see, that's clear instructions, Jeff. That's clear, and I appreciate that. All right, now I'm someplace where I can read the chat. I don't know how good the Heroes Parade was, but please give me an A for effort. Hey, Jesse Adventure, what's going on, bud? How you doing? Chilling in one of my favorite spots. Oh, yeah, this is a great spot, Gina. I love. There used to be a bench here. They took the bench out, but I still like chilling up here. What's up, Banana? Here, I'm going to move over here so people don't keep looking at me with like, oh, I'll be on your camera. Okay, I just got an A for effort. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, this is the path, man. This is the path. You got to take this. It's what I refer to as the outer hub. There was a bench that was sitting there, which was one of my favorite spots ever. I loved it. Loved it. And I also like this. See this tree? This tree has a crutch. Because sometimes we all need a friend. And it also has a little rock that it sits on. Hey, Karen, how you doing? So yeah, you can see that the park is busy. It's Valentine's Day. It's the day after Super Bowl. Bench is gone, Nikki. Bench is gone. I think a disgruntled Bengals fan took it and burnt it. Yeah, I'm assuming that the stream was probably garbage, but you know, what are you gonna do? You try. Yeah, the crutch tree, right? It's got the little crutch there, and then it's got the rock that it sits on, because you can see that it's like growing sideways. But I love it. I'm just gonna chill back here because I can actually read the screen. It was a little rough earlier. Yeah, it's to be expected, you know. Just a guy with a phone. But I appreciate you hanging in there. I'm always torn because I'd like to kind of film stuff like that so that I have good footage. But what are you going to do? I wanted to bring everybody in on the fun. Katie and Spencer were here. I told my moderators to keep them away. How dare they sneak into my stream? Thanks, Jess. I appreciate it. Always try to have a good time. Well, I'm assuming this tree's been here for years. It doesn't look like one that they put in yesterday. I just like that as it's grown, they've just tried to figure out ways to help it. Just heard a kid be like, "Leave me alone, I'm a Bengals fan." Amazing. Yeah, when it's this busy, it is hard to walk around and talk into a camera. Very, very hard to walk and talk and navigate crowds that thick. So I'm just going to chill back here for a bit. Hey, Leone, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Disneyland needs more sportsman Goofy. Hey, he looked good in his referee costume. I liked it. I liked that a lot. I always like when they wear the costumes. You know, at least there's no babies. I'm just going to say this. Children teach us how to be better adults. And so if there was a baby here crying right now, I would try to listen to that baby and understand how I could be a better person. And I would encourage you to do the same. Just watching the people cruise by. Quiet little nook of Disneyland. Mickey for the MVP? Oh, that's controversial. That's controversial. I'm not sure Mickey did much last night. But I get what you're going with. MVP forever, yes. MVP in the Super Bowl? I don't know. That's right. Babies teach us how to be better adults. That's what I've learned. Let's look back at the tree canopy here above us. You can see that there are 13 flags on the edge of the fort walls for the 13 original colonies. You see Carthay Circle there, or not Carthay Circle, you idiot. We can see the top of Space Mountain, Plaza Gardens, right? Just the sounds of Disney, like just being back here and just hearing that music loop and the sounds of people, it's intoxicating. It's really, really crowded here today, at least from what I've seen. There's just a ton of people over at the castle. I'm assuming that there's probably a lot of people here from out of town. They came in for the Super Bowl. Whoa, coming in hot. Most crowded of the year so far, I wouldn't say that. I just think that whenever you have parades, you just get so many people in a condensed area like that, that particular area can feel super overwhelming. So I guess my live stream choked up, but I was able to exit out the backside. So I was able to walk between Main Street and the Jungle Cruise, which is such a fun way to exit Main Street. Let's see here. Brittany likes babies subdued by heroin. Way to take a quote out of context. Oh, I love it. That's great. Oh, man. I love that. Way to take a quote out of context. Hey, make it funnier. Tony says, congrats on the Rams Super Bowl. Appreciate it, bud. Raider Nation for life. Oh, man, the Raiders are such a great team. Such a great team, man. Raiders are the best looking team in professional sports. Man, it is nice. Nice back here. Almost feels like air conditioning compared to how hot it was out there. Looks like there's something happening in front of the castle. Check it out. See how close we can get. Oh yeah, there's definitely something happening. Look at all those arms up. Oh, they're doing media interviews.
Yeah.
Zero way. I do see the lander over there. Zero way to even get close to any of that, but you can see that they're doing, it looks like they're doing some press spots. I should be getting a little sneaky peek by cruising around.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, let's do a little sneaky peek. But we'll have to keep looking. Oh yeah, you can see that it's got them right. Oh, that's all three of them right there. You can see Aaron Donald, and Cooper Kupp, and Matt Stafford. See them right there. Cast members, be nice to let me show you guys real quick. Yep. You can see them right there. All three of them talking from the castle. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. That's great. That's awesome. Lost my ring.
Oh my god. It's like all the RAMS fans.
Oh yeah, you can see them out there doing a media interview. I don't want to break the rules and block the walkway, but that cast member was nice enough to let me stop. See the boys one more time. You can see they've got it blocked out this way too. Sorry about that pull out on that shot. No graceful way to do that. So very cool to see the three of them out there speaking, doing talk like that. I don't know how clear the camera is right now, but that shot of seeing them like talking to people, addressing people is like so cool to see. I love that. I love it so much. All right, let's see here. We've got a few more minutes left. Let's do a little quick lap. show you guys some Disneyland. It's busy, so I probably won't be able to talk too much, but I would like for you guys to get to see a little Disneyland before we part ways today. Little Fantasyland cruise. I feel like maybe we should head over to Toontown since the days are numbered.
Oh.
Maybe we'll head over to Toontown.
I don't know what to do.
They were just like, all right, keep walking our pathway here. Let's see if we can catch a good story-looking heat shot.
All ready?
See folks getting loaded up. All right, let's head over.
Not the
Okay. Nothing's more iconic than the Take a little quiet back path here.
yeah, I would go.
Let's see if we can catch another sun.
All right, we're going to continue with the song from Monsters Incorporated. This song is by Dennis Avenue.
Themselves, they're trying to make game time decisions. Looks like they're going to go with monsters.
If I didn't have you.
Right. Let's cruise over to Toontown. It's always fun to see when the live streams helping people enjoy their workday. I know I haven't been doing as many live streams over the holiday season and now into the new year, but don't worry. We will come back when they are appropriate, when there's something fun like today to cover. And I'll be doing a handful of live streams from March 4th to the 11th, when I will be cruising through Walt Disney World. And I want to bring all you friends with me. And then afterwards, we'll drop a bunch of edited videos of all my adventures. Looks like the sheriff is doing his job. Oh, wow, look at that. A lot of those panels have been hung on the waffle wall since we were here to film update. Wow, that's great. Oh, sheriff just gunslinging. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Here's where the construction walls now live. You used to be able to walk right up to all the buildings, but they have moved them up here. Yeah, look at that. That's very cool. Let's move around to the other side and see what we can discover. It's quiet back here today. Typically when I come back here and film, it is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but today it's pretty calm. Oh yeah, we got guys working on ladders. Oh, that's great. Those big panels are being installed. You can see that yellow stuff in between the panels is that waterproofing. And we can see that in between the sheets, there are the steel work. It's so cool. It's been a long time since I've been able to walk up here without a ton of people around. Pretty. Hey, wait a minute, Mickey, how are you here? But he was just in the parade. How's he already over here? That's the best thing when he walked by. There. The Go Coaster taking some final laps. Going to be shutting down on the 9th. And you know what? I think the perfect spot to say goodbye is in front of Roger Rabbit. It'll be a long time before I'll get to sign off in front of Roger Rabbit. I think how quiet back here it is. It just goes to prove how crazy it was over at the parade. How many people were here to do that? Because whereas that's the busiest I've seen Main Street in since like Christmas, this is the quietest I've seen Toontown. Oh, nobody's in the way, and I'm not actually filming. I've been trying so hard to get a shot of this with nobody in front of it on my other camera. Curse you, luck. So I'm not 100% sure lots of people have lots of different opinions about what's going to happen to Roger Rabbit. I think everybody's got a pretty educated guess on what they think is going to happen. I'm unsure how much they'll mess around with it. I know they just did some like adjustments to it, but those could have been knee-jerk reactions at the time. But we'll see how this one opens up. But I feel pretty confident that this building won't be here, or if it is here, it'll be reimagined to be something else because there will be no need for this building when there's no longer railroad tracks, when there's no longer a trolley. So I think that bad boy is getting ready to go off into Yesterland. But friends, standing on the edge of Toontown with my Rams Mickey shirt on and my Rams hat, thank you so much for going on this lap with me. I know the internet was probably junk, but we did our best, and I just thought it would be fun to celebrate this moment with you because today is another interesting story in the long, long, long book of Disneyland with so many chapters, so many heroes, so many celebrations. And today we got to capture just one more. And if anything, I did it selfishly for me because I love the Rams, and it was fun to see my team win the Super Bowl for the first time in my life, and to get to see those players. That was awesome. So I hope you had fun, and friends, until the next time I see you, standing on the edge of Toontown with Robert Rabbit behind me, and whatever will become of the train station. I'll see you back here again with more Disneyland fun. Go Rams.